Hey, Mac. Got something?
That's for you to tell me.
Let's take a look at it.
Alright.
You got those prints set up for me?
Yeah. Are you sure you want to run the comparisons yourself?
I do.
Okay.
Is there something wrong?
You and Stella are satisfied with my work, right?
Yes, Adam, I am totally 100% satisfied with your work. Believe it or not, sometimes I just like to run my own tests so I can keep myself sharp.
Right, of course. That's good. You should definitely keep doing that.
What do you got for me, then?
It was hard to reproduce the prints from Clay's shredded fingertips, but since he's our most likely candidate, I've loaded what we could into our system.
Okay. There's that one. This. And I guess this will be the middle.
You're onto something. The prints on the windowsill definitely belong to Clay Sandor. Now we know where he fell from, but we still have to figure out what happened.
I'm gonna call in a warrant for Coyle's cuts.
We might need this.
Clay's ruined fingerprints?
I didn't spend all this time working on them to throw them away. Besides, they might come in handy.
Mac, remember that note from the Vic's apartment? I was able to get a hit on the name. Turns out Link Sark was Clay's manager. He's got an office uptown off 3rd.
I'm heading there now.
Aha! We're getting close to the conclusion, peoples. Hang on.
Link Sark, manager of the greatest athletes in the world. How can I help you?
I'm Detective Mac Taylor, and this is Detective Danny Messer.
We have some bad news, Mr. Sark. Your client, Clay Sandor, he died last night.
Clay's dead? And that won't make my investors happy.
A lot of reactions in my years on the job, Mr. Sark, but I don't think anybody's ever leapt immediately to investment woes. At least not out loud.
Hey, look, I'm upset, but I'm a businessman first. Hey, I gotta take this call in the other room.
Do you mind if we look around?
Knock yourselves out.
Interesting. Let's get to it. Nah, the first click's always the hardest because you never know where everything looks like it's poking out to you. You don't know which one it is. Alright, let's see.
This cabinet has some sort of combination lock. Let's see.
No, he likes basketball. I think you gotta match these things with the... That's what the... Right, football is there. Baseball's up there. I'm confused already. But baseball's supposed to be on top. Yeah, I had a feeling that was alright. Yeah, that one's correct. Now it's gotta get... What's the second one? Soccer, second one. The last one should be football. Got that. Something's still wrong. It looks like I have it correctly, like a thing on the hand thing there. Hold on a second. Hand, glove, baseball, baseball field, foot. I think I got the fields wrong. That's what it is. Oh yeah, because I got tennis court. Duh.
What do we have here?
I didn't see that. I had tennis court in the second one. Oh, Coolie. Wow. My dude got paid.
That's a hefty salary.
Guess I need to rethink what a millionaire looks like.
Really? Holy crap. Let's get here. Pirate ship. We gotta look for an aeroplane. Right there. Looks like a golf bag. Last thing looks like a calculator. Right there.
Sorry about that. Had to take that call. Just signed a couple of great new climbers. Clay was something special, though. Natural athlete to the nth degree. Sports manager's dream.
You make him sound like the next Michael Jordan.
Extreme sports, sure. To watch him move, it was damn near balletic. Trust me, we were going places. I was going to bring the sport of urban climbing into the limelight, and Clay was our poster boy. Of course, that made a lot of his contemporaries jealous. Then, just as we were going to ink the biggest deal yet, he dropped out of sight, and now you say he's dead?
Interesting.
How do you make money off urban climbing?
I got deals brewing with a half-dozen brands. All of them want in when urban climbing hits the front pages of every sporting mag in the country.
So in your mind, urban climbing's the next snowboarding or motocross?
Let me put it this way. Clay was set to scale famous skyscrapers around the world, unfurling a giant banner once he reached the top. The stunt would undoubtedly be covered in the international press. Imagine the exposure. Now I've got to try to unwind the deals before they sink me.
I see. Interesting.
Urban climbing? Really?
You don't believe that urban climbing is the next big sport? Well, even the mainstream media is catching on. There's a lot of knuckle-headed testosterone mucking up the sport. Yahoos without any presence. Clay had the whole package. Body, voice, intensity. He was going to bring the sport out of the shadows and make it mainstream.
Clay had rivals.
A lot of guys have been living and breathing the sport for years. Every one of them believe they're the rightful heirs to the urban climbing crown. So yeah, a lot of guys were jealous of Clay.
Wow, it's interesting.
You want to talk to more of these urban climbers? They usually hit an underground hipster joint called the Club Noir in Soho. Funny how a tiny ounce of jealousy blows into a blood feud with these guys.
Jealous of Clay and the fame you'd bring him?
To put it delicately, the Van Lars twins are the dumbest couple of half-wits this side of the Neanderthals. And because no sports management company in their right mind will sign them, they badmouth Clay any chance they get.
So one of them are probably the ones that got at him at the tattoo parlor.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Sander?
A couple of weeks back, Clay came to me, said there was a family emergency.
What kind of emergency?
No. Kept it vague, but he needed a sizable advance. Then, gone. He didn't answer my calls. I had to do a dance of the 7 veils just to keep the deals in play.
Alright, let's get to work here. First we gotta show him the smudged blood prints.
Looks like someone needs to call a cleaner.
Or not. Pictures of the guy.
Gravity is a cruel master. Pity the physics got between Clay and a promising career.
See if he knows anything about the bracelet.
Oh yeah, those things mark you as part of the pack. You get one after you scale your 5th building, proving you've got stones.
Or maybe a couple of loose marbles.
Ha ha. Climbers have been wearing them for about a year now. Don't mean to brag, but I had one too. Didn't really go with my suit. Keep your eyes open. You'll probably see him around Club Noir down in Soho.
So that's about to check.
Let's just say it was a big ouch. Big time expensive. Whatever his family emergency was, I had little choice if I wanted Clay to perform.
In other words, you were willing to go the extra distance to make sure Clay did his thing.
Mollifying all the investors and unwinding the endorsement deals is a heartbreak and a headache all at the same time. Maybe I should hit Club Noir and try to find a new deal. Who'd have guessed? Today might be the Van Lars twins' big payday.
What else should we ask this guy about? Oh yeah. No. Mid-torn fabric? I don't know.
I've never seen that before. Looks pretty worthless.
Nope, that wasn't it. What else can I show him? Victims to journal?
Truth is, Clay was a certifiable nut. He was always coming in talking about dreams and visions and all that crap. My job was to keep him focused on what made us money.
Okay. Well, there's only the article and the tattoo, so let's go with the article.
That was part of Clay's mystique. He came from such a dark place to rise to the heights he did. It sure made our sponsors line up.
I guess the only thing left to show him is the tattoo.
Oh yeah, that thing. I was busting my hump to set up a strategic media push, including a shoot with a famous sports photographer, and I discovered Clay was inking himself. which meant the photographer couldn't do the shoot until Clay healed. Meant we had to push the shoot back for weeks. The guy had no head for self-promotion.
Okay.
Unless there's something else? I've got some calls to return.
No, that should be it.
He seems more concerned with Clay's income than Clay's life.
He's a manager, what do you expect? Let's try to catch up with these Van Lars twins. Maybe they can shed some light on this for us.
Interesting. Yeah, he didn't do it. He's like you said, he's just a manager. Managers are always like that. Clip scene. Alright, let's see what we got here. He's right, braces all over the place. Baseball cap. Nope. What's that over there? Nope, doesn't matter. Wine glass over there. Oh, sorry, cocktail glass. This one up there. There appears to be... Oh, the headphones don't matter, so don't worry about that. That there. Got that. Another glass here. We also got one there. Now, that bracelet. There should be. Let's see. Hold that thought. Right there. Now, what is this? No, it's not that. It looks like some kind of bag almost. Screw it, give me a hint. That, yeah, I will never figure that out. Let's see. Get that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Got it.
You look like you're lost.
He looks like a cop.
Weirdos.
I'm Mac, crime scene. You must be the famous Van Lars twins.
He's heard of us.
Don't get too excited. Your pictures are on the wall.
So we hear Clay took a dive. SOB never did have a lick of sense. I guess Link backed the wrong horse.
Interesting. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Interesting choice of words.
To be a successful urban climber, no matter how much smack a guy talks, you gotta play safe. And what's the point if you end up a smear on the New York asphalt anyway?
So Clay's daredevilness was getting out of hand.
Clay always went for a higher vertical. Always did stupider things than anyone else. Hate to say it, brah, but Clay got what was coming to him.
Interesting. Yeah, I hate these guys already.
Not a fan, I take it.
Wasn't just climbing. The guy tried everything out there. Said he was walking on the bleeding edge. But if you ask anybody else, That edge must have been dull as a butter knife.
Nice metaphor, but I don't follow.
Clay was stupid with fashion, drugs, hairstyle. The guy strutted around like a damn peacock, when in fact everybody was laughing at him behind his back. At least we don't have to look at his clown face anymore.
Jeez, that's really...
Don't know what witchcraft Clay used to hook poor Link. Link's big endorsement scheme was for Clay to climb the highest skyscrapers and then spool like a bunch of fancy banners. One big problem with that.
Let me guess, you'd need a pair of binocs to read an ad up that high.
Exactly. All Clay could talk about was how brilliant his big idea was. But all we could think about was Clay's middle name was Snafu. Stress on the AFU part, if you get me. Now all Link has is a meat sack for a client.
Alright, let's talk with these fools. First off, photo.
Funny how the last time we saw Clay, he was babbling about becoming bigger than a myth. Try flatter than a pancake. Seriously though, we couldn't make out what he was talking about. Some kind of medical thing. And he was gonna get Link to pay for it.
Alright, what about the bracelet?
Oh yeah, they used to be the emblem of the climber last year, but us elite climbers have moved on. We've given ours away to hookups, fanboys, and our entourage. But then knockoffs started showing up everywhere. Now even those pathetic granola rock climbers are wearing them. Lame.
Ah, so remember you said that he was trying to, he gave away probably a fake one? What did they only think about torn fabric?
You want us to, like, sign that or something?
Nah, that didn't work out. What did they know about the newspaper article?
Sure, it's a sad story about his parents dying and all, but Clay told it like 1,000 times.
Alright, do you guys know anything about the... tattoo design, yeah.
Ah, that's righteous! Gotta be Amy's work. She's top line expensive. Hate to say it, but I gotta give Clay props for this.
That's it.
Wish we could say we were all watching Clay do his big downward spiral. Would have given anything to see that.
Careful. A wish like that makes you a murder suspect.
Cool your wingtips, Sherlock. We were here, down in drinks and scamming on the Trixies.
For your sake, I hope so. I'm heading back to the morgue, but both of you should know. One hair from either you Bobbsey twins shows up and you're instant toast.
You know where to find us, Detective. Good luck. Who the hell are the Bobbsey twins?
Wow, those guys were thick. Thick-ass numbskulls. Eesh.
So get this, the guy might have been into serious surgical modification. Stuff that's frankly way out there.
What happened to the good old days of steel bars and tongue forking?
Welcome to 5 minutes in the future. Here are some bone fragments from our victim. After you assemble them, see if you detect something unusual.
Okay, let's see. Alright, oh, that was right. Wow. I wasn't even trying to do that, but okay, nice. Let's see what else we got here. This probably goes on top here. Thank you. That goes here. And this goes here.
Notice these stainless steel hooks on the scapula? We didn't see them because when he hit the ground back first, these body modifications were slammed into the skeleton. I have no idea what they might be for. And the clavicle is an artificial bone, some super light material and very strong. Try running the serial number in the lab. And while you're there, I also have some suspicions about his blood. Maybe you and Lindsay can figure out what's going on with that.